Hey guys, welcome back to Lions Den Investments and Reviews. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. In today's video, we're going to cover the crypto market. We're going to talk about THETA specifically because THETA is looking very, very bullish, guys. And I want to go over to the technicals on that. And then we're also going to cover the new THETA announcement on Metaverse and what that entails because I covered that in the last video. And then we're gonna go over some technicals here on Bitcoin as well, just to show you where we're at with Bitcoin because Bitcoin hit an all-time high today, and as you can see right now, we're at $67,633. This thing is pumping; it's getting ready to go. And I want to talk about the 11-year resistance that Bitcoin has had for ever since its inception, pretty much. I'm going to cover that as well because if we break that, which is sitting right there at about, let's see here, right there at about $70,000. Okay, we can break that resistance, that 11-year resistance. We are off to the races. You're going to be looking at $10,000 candle moves per day on Bitcoin, and that's what I've been waiting for this whole time. So if you guys like this news and you like what you're hearing here, hit that like button and let's dive into the video. So getting started with Bitcoin, like I said, I'm going to cover the technicals real quick on it here. We had a bull flag pennant. Okay, so these two green lines right here, you can see we had a bull flag pennant going. And the bull flag pennant, guys, that is it can either break outside bearish or bullish. In this case, we broke outside on the bullish side, and you can see we had our all-time resistance there at about 66,193. We broke that today, and we're right now sitting here at 67,600. 67,630. We're continuing to move up, but let's go out real quick. Let's zoom out because I want to show you the monthly chart. And I was talking about the 11-year resistance on Bitcoin, right? I got that from this chart. So what I'm using is a logarithm chart. So basically all that does is it just zooms out for you so you can see like the entire life cycle of Bitcoin. But you can see I've got this line, this big line going back from like 2011 all the way to now, and you can see we've touched that resistance and bounced back down at least 3 different times. Okay, and we keep retesting it and getting rejected. Well, if we go back to the daily here, okay, and just zoom in here for you. If we go back to the daily, that's what this big blue line is right here. Okay, that's the 11-year resistance. All we have to do is break outside of that, okay, and it's off to the races. And then you can see right here, I've got it marked out. You had an ABC correction, and we finished leg 1, came back down on leg 2 for the bull flag pennant. Now we're starting leg 3. We're only 2 days in on leg 3, but guys, this is the most parabolic move in the entire wealth cycle for Bitcoin. So I'm expecting prices to go much, much, much higher here. Don't be surprised. I've got leg 3 going up to about 169,840, maybe $170,000. Pretty easy. Okay. Plan B. If you guys don't know who Plan B is, go ahead and do a Google search on them as well because they've got prices on Bitcoin here targeted around like $300,000. Okay, and you can see how we could get to that number pretty easy because even leg 5 here on Bitcoin, I don't have going as high, because we got to get a retrace on leg 4, but leg 5 going up, I've got it easily hitting 250,000 on Bitcoin. So just take note of that. Let's get into Theta real quick, okay? Because Theta, guys, oh man, I told you in my last video that I shot back here that Theta, it could definitely benefit from the metaverse. So I'm going to leave a link somewhere in the top of this video. You can go back and watch that because I covered that just 4 days ago. All right. And lo and behold, we got an announcement. Theta Network is an essential infrastructure for metaverse development. I had been telling you guys, this is exactly how Theta is going to benefit. And not only Theta benefiting, but Metaverse got to benefit from it too. Because if you remember, I've been telling you that the Theta protocol, right? the architecture behind the blockchain itself for Theta. The architecture within that solves a major problem with bandwidth when it comes to virtual reality. And here they're just basically confirming for you what I told you, which is, they've been really gearing up for the virtual reality gaming and APIs that are needed in order to, get your rendering VR worlds in real time. Okay? So Mitch Liu goes in here and he tells you many of the technologies in the Theta team has developed over the years are key components in the coming metaverse being built today, right? Rendering VR worlds in real time for VR-based metaverse. Theta Video API is the building block for devs to integrate video into the metaverse. Decentralized video distribution to relay and metaverse video between users. Go back and watch my last video because I covered in there what the main problem was that they're having when it comes to virtual reality as a whole and getting the user base in a more mass adoption type environment where everybody's, not as opposed to using virtual reality. One of those big problems that they were running into was motion sickness because of video relay problems. And here, you got a blockchain that solves that problem, okay? You also got the video-based NFTs that can capture meaningful moments in the metaverse. So you got the digital rights management, okay? Tickets is the newest project they're working on the NFT side, where you could purchase a ticket through NFTs, and that could actually be used in a virtual reality concert via the metaverse. All right, now I'm not going to get too in depth with what happened over the weekend. If you guys were listening, obviously it's all over the news, but you had another tragic event at a Travis Scott concert, and that was really, really sad to hear. Okay, and like I said, I don't want to get too far in detail as to what my thoughts and opinions are on that because it really doesn't matter. But it's not the first time that's happened. We've had several tragic events at big concerts, right? And it got me thinking the other day, what is something that they always try to do when it comes to getting people into a new system? They always try to cause fear, and they always try to flip it on you and say it's for your safety, whatever plans that they have and they roll out for you in the future after the fact, it's always for your safety. So it got me thinking about some of these tragic events that we've had at concerts, and I was like, man, it wouldn't be too far-fetched, and I think you'll see the metaverse being rolled out and adopted a lot sooner than you think, just based on what I'm going to tell you here. So imagine this. You've got more tragic events at concerts, stuff like that, right? They turn around and they say, hey, we gotta fix this, right? We can't have people going to these concerts fearing for their life, right? So see, they want you in fear again. So that's how they're going to take that angle, okay? And I'm speculating here, so I could be wrong, but I see where the trends are going, and this is one of the things I think that they'll use to their advantage to get people into the metaverse. So they're attending virtual concerts via THETA's blockchain, buying NFTs for concert tickets. Not to mention you got CAA behind THETA as one of their validator nodes and partners, where you pretty much got all Hollywood actors, all the singers, the rappers, everybody who does these concerts. They're in THETA's back pocket. So what you would essentially end up seeing is the mainstream media coming out here, striking fear into people, saying, hey, we can't allow you to go to these concerts anymore in the physical world, and we've got a solution for that. So go over here and get your NFT ticket to a virtual concert. We've got Metaverse already set up for you guys. And this, again, is something that would happen in the future, of course. Maybe a year down the road, 2 years down the road. Let me know what your thoughts are on how soon you'll see the Metaverse rolling out. But you would see something like that, and people are not even going to question it. They're just going to, oh, yeah, that's fine. Let me go ahead and get my ticket over here at Tickets, with an NFT, and then I can go attend a concert in the Metaverse. Now think about it like this, too. THETA's got the NFT marketplace, which brings me to the next point. Okay? THETA Drop. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description below if you're new to Theta, but go down and check it out. Okay, it's THETADrop.com. This is an NFT marketplace. They've got big partners with World Poker Tour. Katy Perry is coming up here in December. Can't wait for that. I think you're gonna see. Honestly think you're gonna see Theta just explode when Katy Perry comes out here and does her live NFT drop on stage with over 100 million followers following her. That's huge for Theta. Okay, not to mention, Theta provides the oil to the internet. All right, so it's going to create again that bandwidth that is needed for the virtual reality um, in the metaverse. So think of Theta as like your oil to planet Earth, right? Oil to planet Earth. You got Theta as being the oil to the metaverse. The metaverse cannot function and survive without it. So that leads me to another portion here of fundamental news that just came out. Don't forget the 1 trillion infrastructure bill, the 1 trillion spending bill, basically, that was just passed and is now official. And guys, I covered this too months back, and they kept pushing it back, right? But you've got $65 billion, okay, going to broadband internet. Tacking on to billions authorized by last year's American Rescue Plan, the infrastructure bill includes $65 billion to bolster the country's broadband infrastructure and help ensure every American has access to high-speed internet, with 1 in 4 households expected to be eligible for a $30 a month subsidy to pay for internet. Okay, now I don't know who all is going to benefit from this, but we're talking broadband internet, so I would I would have to imagine that Theta is going to somehow capture a small percentage of that. Okay, even though a lot of it sounds like it's going to be going to companies like AT&T, Verizon, uh, you know places like that, companies like that. I think most companies like that are going to be capturing a good portion of the money that's coming into it. But like I said, I have a sneaky suspicion that Theta is going to be a part of that. Okay, let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments section below in this video. But yeah, guys, that's NFTs, the Theta drop. One last thing here, because a lot of people don't know this, but Theta is literally like they're at the forefront of being one of the first NFT marketplaces to get KYC, okay, which is know your customer. If you guys have an account with Theta Drop, go over here to account settings. All right, so this is my account. If you scroll down, there's going to be something called KYC verification. You want to get your know your customer verification verified, okay? It's really important if you're dealing with NFTs and stuff like that you have that already set up. And this is actually a really good thing for the Katy Perry NFT drop as well, because guys, it's Katy Perry. You got these big celebrities coming out doing NFT launches, and you're going to want to make sure as a company like Theta that you've got know your customer rights in place. So I wanted to touch on that as well. But with that being said, let's go back here to the technical analysis on Theta. So right now we got the ascending wedge, this ascending channel here, and you can see we've bounced once right here. We came up, we got rejected again at the top. I'm expecting we'll come back down here for a second higher low, and then you've got your third higher low up here, which would be your confirmation. All right, anytime you get a third higher low, that's an extremely strong confirmation, especially on a daily chart like this, that you're in a 100% uptrend. Okay, so just wanted to show you that real quick because we did break outside the downward resistance here. We've formed a higher low. We're now starting to form our second higher low. And if we go to the weekly chart, I want to show you this too. Actually, yeah, we'll just stay with the weekly chart, because right now what you've got really, if you zoom out more long term, you've got a bull flag pennant right here, kind of something really similar to what we were seeing there on on Bitcoin. So again, on Bitcoin, you get a bull flag pennant, right? See that little bull flag pennant right there? Actually, so let's go back here to Theta, because Theta's is a little bit bigger, which is good, because if you ever want to know where your targets are on bull flag pennants, you just draw a line like this, okay? And I'm going to take this off the logarithmic chart real quick. And the reason for that is because I'm going to move this over, and I didn't want that line to adjust or move as I moved it over. But if you take this and you set it on top right here, where we're at right now, okay, your first target should easily be about 1977 to about 20 bucks. Okay, you might even move it up just a little bit more, because I think once we break all-time highs up here, you're going to get extremely bullish. There's going to be a lot of volume coming in, and that would boost the price up. I think anywhere between like 21 to 21.50. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that's where we're at with Theta. TFuel, guys. If we look at TFuel real quick, so on TFuel, we just broke outside the downward resistance. I'll get rid of this. So you can see we got tested here, we got tested there. We finally broke out. We broke the first resistance here at about 35 cents. We've got another strong resistance right here, or area where you got strong buy and sell demand going on right there at around 42 cents. And then last resistance where you can see we wicked over here on the left. The last set of resistance that I would have is 48 cents before we had reached those all-time highs. But if you look at the TFuel ratio, guys, compared to Theta, when we had our surge up the first time earlier this year, okay, in the first like 3 or 4 months of this year, TFuel closed the gap on the ratio with Theta. It ended up going down to about 1 to 9. So for one Theta, you would have the TFuel price, it would take 9 TFuel to equal the price of Theta. So if we do anything similar to that, as we ride up here on Theta, and that price gets to about 21.50, you're going to be looking at a price on TFuel, guys, of like $2.38, maybe even $2.50. But with that said, the last thing I want to talk about here, guys, get ready, because we're extremely bullish in this market moving forward, especially over the next week. Bitcoin has got their Taproot, which is the upgrade to their network, which is going to be activated here next week. So I'm expecting the price to go much, much, much higher here. Okay, and then the last thing I want to leave you with is I'm gonna give you 5 projects here in Metaverse that I'm gonna start covering in more detail as we progress through the bull market, and even in the bear market. I'll probably be shooting more videos on this on my channel. But I got a list of the top 5 Metaverse gaming projects for you here. The first one I'm going to put up there is Theta, because without Theta, you don't have a Metaverse. Second one would be Bloktopia. I covered that in a previous video too. Third would be Sandbox. And then the fourth will be StarAtlas. And the fifth is WilderWorld. So I'm going to be covering those projects in the future as well. So if you're interested in the gaming projects for blockchain and what that has to offer and how it ties into the metaverse, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, because I'll be covering that more in depth. Okay, but with that said, guys, that's all I've got for tonight's video. The markets right now are looking really, really bullish, but there is some FUD coming out in regards to the DeFi, especially with the taxes. So if you look into that, it's basically, it's not FUD, okay, because they are going to start attacking that a little bit more aggressively on the tax side, and I'll cover that later too in future videos. But don't worry about it, because you're going to read headlines saying that, oh my God, Biden's ending cryptos as we know it and this and that. It's FUD. Those headlines are FUD. Don't pay attention to them, okay? And like I always say, have no fear, my friends. The markets are going to go up and down. They're volatile. So just, hang tight, have diamond hands, because we are not done with this bull run. With that said, guys, have a good night. Hit that subscribe button again. Hit the like button. and I will see you in the next video.